Good morning and welcome back. We have just left the Dead Sea, and in this video we're going to be exploring the Ramon Crater and taking a jeep tour, all that coming. Check out the view behind me. We've just stopped on the road. You can see the Dead Sea in the distance and this almost Mars-like landscape. It's only around 8:30 a.m, 9 a.m, and it's already blistering hot. You can imagine during the middle of the day exactly what it's going to be like. You can see here all the rocks. So I've just arrived in Mr. Ramon, which is the town beside Ramon Crater, and we're about to get in the jeep now and do the tour. It's the largest erosion crater in the world. There are three types of craters: impact craters, or meteorites, erosion craters, and also volcanic craters. So the Ramon Crater is the largest erosion crater in the world. Let's get in the jeep now and start the tour. Quick stop outside the jeep and our first views of the Ramon Crater. This isn't all of it, it's only the south and east or west side of it. I'm not 100% sure. There are only 7 erosion craters in the world. 5 of them are actually here in Israel, and the other 2 very close by, just in Egypt. So all located at this particular part of the Middle East. You can see here just how soft all the rock around here is, even though it's clay. Look at that. You can even use it on your face. There we go. It's so quiet around here though. Can't hear anything apart from people in my group. This isn't actually the wall of the crater, this is the wall of the riverbed. The wall of the crater is much higher. It's very interesting to see all the colours. All the rock around here is so soft. That's the whole reason it formed in the first place. So we're now going to move on to a different part of the crater. It's really fascinating to explore this kind of landscape. Not really somewhere I've been before.
Guys, we must pay to get to the top.
We've just arrived at the top of the crater with the best view. You can see the jeep behind me. Some ugly electricity lines here which were built in the 1970s. They're no longer allowed to do that. You can actually hear the crackle of the line. Amazing views, almost mushroom-tipped table mountains. You can see that's how the erosion's done. The top bit of the crater there is harder rock than the clay underneath it, which has been eroded away by water and time. You can see there's more of them over here, which creates a really bizarre looking kind of landscape. So from the tip of the crater where I just showed you, we've driven all the way into one end of it, which is kind of a round shape like this. It's not like a canyon where the water flows through. The crater was formed by erosion coming from the center. There was no entrance inwards. It's a geologist's paradise here. So many different rock layers and sediments, different fossils in here too, as our guide was showing us just a moment ago. And even here, a little bit of civilization. So this bit of civilization here in the middle of the crater, in the middle of the desert, was built by the Nabateans. It's around 2,000 years ago, and they were a nomadic people who traveled from Yemen all the way through Saudi Arabia and modern day Israel to reach Gaza, and they had a station every 35 kilometers on that route, and it would take them a year to go there and back. And this is one of those stations. It fell in the middle of this crater, and they eventually were wiped from history after most of them converted to Christianity. We don't really know much about these people trading along this spice route from Yemen to Gaza, and there's actually a natural spring here, which is why they built this particular place to store the water. Here we are, vegetation and life in the middle of the crater. You can hear the insects, not just the sheer amount of plants, but also different types of plants here in this unique part inside Ramon Crater. It's so spectacular to see all of this greenery just suddenly pop up in the middle of this area. Here it is, the source of the water inside Ramon Crater. Look at the sheer green color and life all of a sudden that just erupts. If you were to just dig, it wouldn't be long before you would see the water source. View of the foreground greenery and the background crater perimeter. All the animals and wildlife within the crater will come to this water source. It's a guarantee almost, and they will just dig under the ground to get the water if it's not there, because at different times of year it will evaporate or the water storage will lower, and other times of year it'll be high, up to 3, 4, 5 meters, our guide was saying. So we've now gone even further into the crater, and this is the most spectacular point. You can see the different layers, so pure and bright. This is the textbook picture right behind me of the Ramon Crater. Having left the Ramon Crater, we are now here in a Bedouin tent with these local people. They seem so friendly. You can see down here already. We're being greeted to have some tea. Hello. Greeted with some tea here, which is super sweet. It's like drinking honey.
פה אחי כל הצעדים. פה מקבלים את כל... הכל על השטח. עודד, יש פה תת, תמזוג פה. אפילו הכוס תרד מבפנים.
Freshly cooked bread made from the ash just there. Amazing. Soft on the inside and crunchy and thick on the outside.
Because we was nomads in the desert, so every family have land, but nobody stay there because our work, you know, we live from animals, we have to shepherd them. So we move in the desert from one place to other place, place with good food for the animals, for the camels, for the goats, and in the summertime around the wells. So we have less things because we carry on the camels everything. I can't carry many things in the camels. We have 2 plates, it's enough. So we can make a dough on it, and we can put after the food inside. And you know, if you want to clean it, we have less water. You never lose too much water. He wanna make a dinner for the guests, so we fight a little bit, but not fight. We fight. We speak. The guest, I cook for the guest. I make the dinner for everybody. No, I make the dinner. And then one thing. The school makes problem. The children go to the school. They bring.
לא מחזק.
הוא אומר שהיא מבשל, היום בעולם המודרני הגברים מבשלים.
כן. بنيانو كمان الحمود موشن شوف قصة 50 راس.
Food has now been served, which looks amazing. We've got the pitta here, and this one is tahini. Here we have hummus, eggplant, and then the rice with chicken and some cucumbers and salad, tomatoes, and some fresh lemonade, not fizzy though, with some mint in there. The food is beautiful and smoky, cooked in such an original way here with the Bedouins, and really beautiful to try their food after you see it cooked in front of your own eyes on the charcoal. So after visiting Salman and his Bedouin family, we have now come back here to the Ramon Crater after a half-an-hour drive, and tonight we are glamping under the stars here deep inside the Ramon Crater. It's now a lot later than it was earlier. Check out the views right now. Sorry about it, the fact that there might be some wind sound. These are our tents. You can see the sun is setting behind parts of the crater there. We're very lucky. We have pretty nice toilets and it's all very good facilities. We have our camp here. I'm showing you all this now because it's going to get dark real soon. I just had my kafida put on. It's super windy. I know it's probably ruining the sound right now. No one else around us. Very few people are even allowed to be in the crater at night time unless they're in a campsite. Good morning from inside the Ramon Crater. Amazing to witness the sunrise as well as the sunset yesterday, which was disappearing behind us. It's so quiet. During the night we were the only ones here. We even saw some wildlife hopping around, not quite sure what they were. Right now I'm about to have some breakfast. The toilets are super nice. The tents are, you can say, luxury, and it doesn't have to be kind of rough camping or glamping. Actually, it can be very comfortable, and you can pay these guys to come here and set up for you, and they'll leave during the night and give you the campsite. You can type in happy glamping or look up glamping Israel. I'll leave the links in the description if you want to try this incredible experience. Last night we also did some stargazing. Absolutely one of the best experiences I've ever had. This guy came along with a huge I'm not even sure what it's called. It's not just a telescope. It has like a mirror. It kind of looks like a rocket launcher, and we were able to see Jupiter, Saturn, and extremely close shots of the moon. You can see I took some pictures on my phone here through the actual eye of the telescope, and you can see just how clearly we could see the moon. Jupiter, you could see its redness, and Saturn, you could see the color yellow. So obviously, being in the desert, you have amazing opportunities to look at the stars and learn a bit more about space. So I'm now going to grab some breakfast, and today we're leaving for Tel Aviv, and that's going to be the next video.